Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Guys, it is the 2nd of January and we're going to get straight into it. We are going to be very busy already today. I've got a Peugeot that I sold a couple of years ago. That's now back with some issues. She messaged me during the Christmas period and I said, look, I'm not back until the 2nd of January, but if you want to drop it off, first thing Tuesday morning, which is today, I will jump straight on it for you, find out what's going on and let her know the situation basically. So we've got to jump on that car this morning. I've also got the key guy that's turning up to do me 2 new keys for the Citroen Berlingo. The one that's out the front that I showed you, and the new project, that's out the front. We've also got these projects as well. We've got these 2 Ford KAs. That one is completely finished, the grey one. That one's going up for sale this week. This one needs an MOT, and we've also got to jump on the other van. We've got the Transit, Ford Transit Connect. So yeah, already got jobs lined up, already got stuff going on, and I think it's going to be a very, very busy year this year, guys. I hope you all had a great Christmas as well, yeah, it should be a great new year. So let's get cracking. I'll get these 2 vehicles out of the way, the van and the KA. And then I'll bring the Peugeot in and explain exactly what's going on. So, let's do this. Right, okay. So, guys, this is the Peugeot I was telling you about. Yeah, sold this a couple of years ago. And she's got a few issues with this car she just wants me to look at. I think the first major issue is going to be something to do with the power. For some reason, she was driving and obviously the lights and stuff was flickering and sort of just going on, going off, going on, going off and all that sort of stuff. So whether or not that's to do with the battery and the alternator, I don't know, but we're definitely doing some tests on that first. Test the battery, make sure that's good, and then do some tests to see whether or not the alternator is charging the battery. Just basically just look at that kind of side of it, and we'll see how we go. The pollen filter is coming up on the dash. Oh, so as you starts all right, it is saying that it's overdue a service. I've got to be honest. So yeah, look, pollen filter, anti-pollen filter, something's failing, whatever. So we need to have a look at that. The engine management light's on as well, so we need to scan it to see what's going on. Has it got great deal amount of mileage on it? 63,000, so not a lot really. So very, very strange, but we need to sort of get these little bits and pieces done for her if we can. So I'm going to be doing that, working on that first today. Also, you can see the buttons have pushed through, and then basically underneath here there's like some clips, and they need sort of gluing back together. So what I'm gonna have to do is, I think the clips are broken on this one. It's just been pushed too hard, so we're gonna have to sort of see if we can repair that. She just said to me, look, I don't want to replace that, just glue it, just do whatever you can do for me. So that is what we're going to be doing with that as well, having a look at that. So yeah, I'll set you up, let's get cracking and let's see if we can get this sorted out for her. Let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, I've been doing some tests on this Peugeot to see if I can work out what's going on. Connected the multimeter up, also connected up my battery tester as well. Got a battery tester from Top Don. Connected that up to the battery just to check things. You can not only can you check the battery status on this, you can check charging and you can check cranking. Went to charging because everything's pointing to the alternator. I've got to be honest. Went to charging and it wasn't charging nothing. It was just staying at 12.1 volts. So the battery's good, but it's not getting the charge. And what'll happen is that because she's only just started seeing the drop in voltage and obviously the display and stuff on the stuff, it's only just gone or going, or there's an issue with the alternator and it ain't actually killed and drained the battery yet. So I think that's savable, because that ain't old either. She said it was about 6 months old, so that's not old, the battery. But when I connected up the computer, you can see controlled alternator fault, alternator temperature too high or mechanically fault. So again, that is pointing to the alternator. So it looks like we're going to have to whip this out, change that alternator for her, and that should solve the problems of the power loss and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to now set the car up, take it up in the air because it's a lot easier from underneath. You've got a tensioner here, so you just get a spanner or a bolt or something, a spanner on that, twist that round and then push that pin in, and then it locks it in place while you take the belt off. Take the belt off. I think it's probably 2 or 3 bolts for that alternator and probably a plug or some sort. So we'll get underneath, we'll get that stripped out, we'll get that alternator out of the way and off, and then I'll get a replacement to send over to me, change it over, and hopefully that should do it. So let's crack on now, get that alternator out. Let's do this. Right, so that is the alternator out. It just sits about there. I had to pull out as well the variable valve timing solenoid. There it is there, because I just didn't have the room to squeeze that past. So I had to, take a few bits and pieces off here. I took off the oil dipstick as well and the bracket just to get it out of the way, just to allow me enough space to just squeeze that through this way. So yeah, that's done. But also guys, I've noticed that there's an oil leak on the cam cover gasket on the front, and it's quite bad, I think, coming from here dropping down into the corner. So I'm going to suggest to the customer that we strip that off and change that as well. I'm just waiting for them to call me back to let me know what they've decided to do. Definitely got to go ahead with the actual alternator because that sounds terrible. So that's definitely gone. Shot, burnt out, whatever. That's had it. We've got to replace that. And I'll tell you what, these are not bloody cheap. I was sort of expecting to pay something like 140, 150, but they want £200 for this alternator. That's definitely had it. It's not even, it's not even clutching over. So, yeah, £200 is ridiculous, and it's not even a surcharge thing. It's just basically they don't want to know, they don't want to see this one. I don't want it. It's just rubbish and scrap, and then basically, yeah, we've got to swap it over for another one. So let me leave it with me for now. I am going to wait for the alternator to turn up, and then we're going to do the reverse, put the new one back in place, and then wait for the decision on the actual cam cover before I strip anything down. I'm not going to touch none of that. So, yeah, bear with me, guys, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay, so guys, I am back. The alternator situation. Okay, so they didn't have it, but they're going to get it for me today. So this could be a late day now because they're going to bring it to me at about 4 o'clock. So it's really, really pushing the time on. I don't think we're going to be able to get that done. You know, and being able to download and get this video out for you guys to watch tonight. I don't know what how it's going to go at the minute, but we'll just have to, you know, play it by ear or whatever. But I've also spoke to the customer about this oil leak. Now she's telling me that she's having to top up oil every couple of weeks. She's checking the dipstick and it's low. So I said, well, this is the reason. The cam cover gasket is leaking quite badly at the front, and this is the reason. It's getting worse and worse, and you'll be topping it up more and more. So she said, look, go ahead, change the cam cover gasket for me then. So we're going to do this whilst I wait for the alternator to turn up. So we can now crack on. Let's get this stripped off. The cam cover gasket is on its way as well. So when that turns up, we can get it fitted. So let's carry on, guys. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, we are getting there. I'm still sort of just trying to clean it up, I've got to be honest. I'm just trying to get rid of as much of this stuff as I can that's accumulated on the actual engine. But I've got to be careful. I don't want to chucking it all down there, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's not that bad now. Now I've been messing around with it, trying to clean it up and stuff like that. So yeah, just going to continue doing that. It's a little bit like burnt oil on there. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit like that, isn't it? I think that's where she's been, because obviously this gasket was, I've got to show you the old one. It's like rock solid, brittle, and that's not good. That it shouldn't be like that. That snaps. These snap, and they shouldn't snap like that. That's crazy. Yeah. It's just. Look, see, snapped. That shouldn't snap like that. That should be, rubber. It should stay like. But it just perishes over time, and this is what the cause of the oil leak is. So that's why, I'm changing it. I've put a new one on there. You can see the new gaskets. There's 4 big ones here, 2 small ones here, and then obviously the outer one as well goes around. So I've done that, cleaned it up as best I can on the inside as well. So that's ready to go back on the car. I want to just continue doing this for the minute, going around just to make it a little bit better, the best I can. It's not that bad. I think it'll be all right. I've got to put a little bit of sealant here on the corner and that bit as well, so that the 2 end, as it comes up, just need a little bit of sealant. Not too much, but just to help it a little bit, because the gasket will, close, but it's always nice to put a little bit on the joint, on the actual, that bit there. So, but we are getting there. It's coming to close to 3 o'clock now. Time is ticking away. So let's get this cam cover on, because I want to put all that back together, put all that back in pieces, and then once the alternator turns up, it's just a case of putting the alternator in, a couple of bolts, 3 bolts, plugs, and then that's it. So, yeah, that's the plan. So let's continue. Let's do this. Right, okay. Guys, I'm shattered already. First day back in it, so it seems to be hard. It's very hard. But anyway, that's the cam cover, gasket, all done. Everything been put back together. So now we can just move on to the alternator, which has turned up. So let me show you. So there we go. Brand new alternator. So that is exactly what we was waiting for. So let's get this fitted and get this car finished for her so she can pick it up, because she needs her car back for work tomorrow morning. So yeah, let's continue. Let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, there we go. That's the new alternator, all in place. Just got to do a couple of plugs up on the solenoid, VVT solenoid's got to go in there. So a few bits and pieces, and I've still got to sort out the controls here for her as well. So, which, you know, that just needs sort of clicking back in place. I've got to find the switches. I think they've gone down there. So I'm going to dip that off, find the control switches, put them back in together, and then hopefully that should be all done. But as always, guys, I've run out of time. So I've got to end it here, and then I'm going to crack on, stay late, and get this done for her. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video, which will probably be the Ford Cougar, the black Ford Cougar. Pick it up from the paint shop, and we're going to continue with that one. I have got the keys now for the Citroen Berlingo that's at the front. So that's all done. Got the keys for that one. But I've had an email from Copart on that Berlingo, and they're saying, because there's an investigation going on with what happened with the keys, I'm not to do any repairs to the vehicle because it might have to go back. Don't know. That's definitely not going to happen. I've got to be honest. Whatever they say, that's not going back. But I've been told not to do any repairs on it until the investigation is over and it's been resolved. So, not sure what to do about that. I think I'm just going to have to wait, give it a week or two, and then we'll see what happens. But we've got plenty of other stuff to going on, guys. Loads of bits and pieces. But for today, we are done. Finished. I've run out of time. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Take care. See you soon.